Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 1 Regent run. Gonna be hard to get used to that. I've been taking it a little bit slow on this game, just playing here and there so far. I'll get to Ascension 10 soon enough, but just going at my own pace here. And this is a run I've already made to 5, I believe. I'm planning on playing only the new characters up to Ascension 10 first, because that's what I'm most interested in. So this is the Regent. I think I'm on Ascension 5 on both of these characters so far. Haven't lost yet as Necro or Regent, which is cool. But I did lose on Ascension 0 twice with the defect, which was humbling. So I may not upload every single, run that I do. Going up to Ascension 10, I know people are probably already at Ascension 10 and looking for that sort of content. But this run in particular, which is my second Regent run, and I thought it was a good highlight, so gonna be doing this one, and then probably later on just getting to Ascension 10 and uploading those. And so we did a transform on floor 1, of course, or from the whale rather, and we got the 2 energy draw 6 card, as well as the rare, which lets you triple play a card. That's very exciting. And I found Hidden Cache, which does give me the stars necessary to play the decisions, that's what it's called. And so I'm hoping to make a bunch of stars, and then play the very powerful card. And I want to find a good skill that I can triple, of course. And of course, there's some things I didn't realize in my very first run of this. I didn't realize that you could triple any card despite having a star cost. It would just work and wouldn't spend the stars. And I also didn't realize or think about the fact that you could decisions on another decisions, and then triple that, and then you'll triple 3 things, kind of like Omniscience in the first game, I imagine, from the Watcher. So that should be very strong. And I'm looking forward to doing that in the future. Playing a bunch of Hidden Cache, and then, of course, the Falling Star card is very strong in the early game. Charging along here against the Jawworm. I will always call this enemy the Jawworm, probably. These cards kind of suck. Crush Under is a solid early attack, but unexciting. Kingly Kick seems very tough to reduce. I actually do take the fast, vulnerable, and weak card there. Seems like a reasonable card, though unexciting. And I think it actually gets worse on upgraded, because I think you do want to just play it the one time and then get rid of it. I believe upgrading it gets rid of exhaust on it. And I'm considering, do I defend, or do I play like a star generation card? I do in fact just defend. I think I'm going to be good here against one of the easy pool enemies. Unfortunate hand there. Didn't have the stars for the decisions card. Prophesy not doing a whole lot because it costs 2, so I can just Hidden Cache instead, wasting energy, unfortunately. And next turn we would have triple the play the decisions. So this decisions is actually a bit of a liability in the early game. It's really hard to play, and also doesn't have any good targets. It's essentially like having kind of like a burst from the silent, except all defends in your deck. Except this costs so much stars. It's just not really happening. And didn't hit the Falling Star here. I should be able to just prophesize and then Falling Star strike. That's definitely lethal. We get a Flex Pot. That's solid. And then some actual damage here. I'm considering taking Solar Strike. I do take Solar Strike. Just to deal 8 damage and gain a star is solid. And look at this. There's a Radiate on sale. Now, when I saw this card the first time, I wasn't generating that many stars, so I was a little bit unimpressed at the time. But I also, the way the card reads, thought that what it meant was the number would just go up. as in deal 6 damage, deal 9 damage for each star. What it actually does is it repeats the 3 damage for each star you've gained. And that is a huge difference, because if you have strength, then you're dealing 10 times the number of stars you've gained, for example, instead. And that's a huge difference. I didn't actually realize that at first. Perhaps it could be worded as like a, you know, deal damage repeat for each star you've gained this turn, something like that instead. Not entirely clear, but that's okay. It's really good. I took it because I was like, man, this seems pretty good here. I'm trying to generate a lot of stars so I can play decisions, and then I ended up realizing that this card is absolutely busted. It might genuinely get nerfed, I think, and I think the balance, of course, is solid in the game, I imagine. But my god, this card was a monster. And take alignment. We do have the 2 energy, draw 6. Prophesize, is that what it's called? So I would love that, of course. I can go hidden cache, venerate, decisions, draw 3 cards, probably triple defend here, and then I get to radiate for a bunch of damage. And here's an example of why it's relevant. If it just did like a huge amount of damage, then it would have just all gotten reduced by the slipstream, I think it's called, the effect, where they can only take 1 damage at a time. But in this case, I one-shot all of them because the first hit removed it and then it just kept going. So very, very strong effect. We get glow there, some good draw here. I'm probably gonna upgrade alignment. Or maybe a card that gains stars. And that's a great card to triple the glow, because not only does it gain stars, but it also draws, so it can take us towards the radiate if we don't have it already. And I'm feeling so strong. I'm going to take these 3 elites, of course. And we have a flex pot, which is going to do a lot of damage. And we did find a pantograph there. It'll heal us for 25 when we enter a boss room, returning from Slay the Spire 1. Gonna prophesize 3 times, overdrawing a little bit here. Get a hidden cache, which lets me play alignments. I might just falling star though. It's a lot of damage. I see. I can do that first. And this hits 32 damage already. My god. For 0, by the way. And to all enemies, by the way. It's disgusting. And this might be a known thing. I actually haven't watched a single piece of content for this game so far. I don't really know why I'm being so stubborn about that. I'm going to watch something eventually. But I wanted to play the game on my own first. See how I do. I know the Jorbs has made some videos, and I used to be a huge Jorbs viewer. Baylor, of course, I'm sure is still out there. Prophesy our alignment first, then draw 6. There's radiate. Didn't even need it. And we get meat on the bone, which will heal us for 12 at the end of each combat if we are at or below half health. These cards seem okay. Shining Strike sounds good, but I found in the first run immediately that I hate it, because the fact that you are essentially putting Strike Plus on top of your deck for the next turn is bad, because then 1 out of your 5 cards that you're drawing is just a damage card. The fact that it gains energy or stars is good, obviously, but I would consider it a downside usually to draw it again. But that is subject to change, of course, if I find that I like it for some reason. Could hidden cache and then triple a card. Should probably check my draw pile. There is the way to apply weaken and vulnerable in there. I don't know all the card names yet. So I want to glow here just to gain 6 stars, of course. And then know thy place. And there's even hidden cache again. That's hitting for 42 right now, not even vulnerable. Flexpot will one-shot this. I'm just looking at the damage. That's 56 damage. So I'm thinking, do I just rip it? And I do, it looks like. Goodbye, Big Bird. And we get a Juzu bracelet, which will prevent us from finding combats at question marks. Could be good, could be bad. I think in this game, events, at least before High Ascensions, where they might have the unfavorable events, events seem pretty good in this game, so could be good, actually. But when you have something like Meat on the Bone, where it either rewards you more for going to combats, like Toxic Egg and whatnot, or it makes combats easier, like Meat on the Bone, then those sort of situations are where perhaps it's actually a downside to not be able to find combats at question marks. And the really crazy thing would be if I hidden cache triple and then I draw the Radiate on the next turn, because then I would automatically gain, was that 12 stars at the start of the turn? Oh yes, it did say that at the bottom there, huh? And this thing's actually not quite dead, unfortunately. So I can just do that to weaken it, take 1, and then hopefully next turn I draw the Radiate card, which will do a lot of damage. 24 damage. Pretty good. Star Potion will give us some stars. That's pretty good. And Royal Gamble is a card I hadn't seen before this, I believe. And that will not only gain a bunch of stars, but it's sort of a thing because you're only gaining 4 stars, right? Because it costs 5 stars. But if you triple it with the Decisions card, then you're gaining 27 stars in one turn. And additionally, in reality, you are literally gaining 9 stars for the purposes of Radiate and stuff like that, so that seems pretty good. Bad hand, though. And I found that when you upgrade that card, it retains, and that's really good because then we can just wait until we draw Radiate, play it, and do a billion damage. And alignment, and then decisions. And I'm getting cards out of my hand because I'm thinking I probably want to glow. So I might even play a strike or something. I'm going to be overdrawing no matter what, though. And this guy, by the way, has the slowed, like, giant head from Slay the Spire 1. So the more cards you play in a turn, the more damage it takes from attacks. So this is about to get real brutal here because I've done a lot of cards here. That's 111, 110 damage. And then I realize that we have so many stars now that we want a way to spend stars, of course. So Guiding Star seems solid, but maybe another Hidden Cache is good. We just want to make so many stars. I take it. After all, I'm going to look at what my upgrades do because I don't even know. I see that it has Retain, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty interesting. This goes up by 1 damage. I'm going to upgrade Radiate because that's what we're doing. And here is the boss. I'm considering, do I even play Know Thy Place yet? Because it doesn't do anything here. So, upside, it's out of my deck. I don't have to draw it again. Downside, it does nothing, of course. Oh, and I got a Cloak Clasp, by the way. I believe that used to be a Watcher unique relic. It's at the end of your turn, you gain block equal to the number of cards in your hand, which could be good. We're drawing a lot. So I'm going to rip this Royal Gamble, and then hopefully... Oh, I have Radiate already. So I just gained 27 stars there, and the Radiate Plus is in our hand. Place your bets now. How much damage does this do? It's doing 186 damage already. I still want more. I was hoping to draw the alignment there again to keep going. That's okay. I'll just do whatever that damage is. 6 times 33 damage. So stunned him pretty quickly there. And it's gonna do its thing there. We are ringing, unfortunately, so it can't kill it here. And of course, there is a downside to Radiate. It does nothing if you gain no stars, so it's not all upside, of course. I actually could have considered passing there and blocking for one more with Cloak Clasp. But of course, getting the hidden cash out is good. So that was a pretty easy boss. We got the Smith, which forges for 30. That would essentially add a 2 energy, deal 45 retain to our hand, which is pretty good. But we don't need damage, we have Radiate, so looking for more ways to pop off here. There's also the I Am Invincible card, which seems to have some synergy with these cards that place cards on top of your deck. But we're not doing that at the moment. I'm not convinced that card is good yet. And then 7 stars, 2 energy to deal 49 damage if you have 7 stars, and boy are we making a lot of stars. So that seems like a great addition to the deck. It's like I did just say we don't need more damage, but 2 energy to deal 49 damage is a lot of damage, and sort of just like a second copy of the Radiate, almost. Perhaps even worse, though. Even though it's a rare and it costs 2, it might be worse than this Radiate card, which is kind of crazy. I'm looking at this. At the start of each combat, you get a Miracle Plus, which is pretty good. Very good. And then Venom Glass. I'm not convinced Venom Glass is good. It seems like, you know, we want Regent cards, not Silent cards. But there are definitely some good cards, like good draw cards and whatnot. I do, in fact, take the energy gain. Seems like it's just energy with no downside. And that seems pretty hard to come by in this game. In fact, I think the downsides tend to be worse than the downsides were in Slay the Spire 1. Or at least, like, harder to work around. Like, you know, there was Fusion Hammer, where if you found Apotheosis, or you had, like, a Toxic Egg or whatever, then it didn't matter that you couldn't upgrade at all. And there was, like, Coffee Dripper, where you couldn't rest anymore. That's pretty chill, because if you have Meal of the Bone or whatever, then you don't even need to rest anyway, so it's basically no downside. I've been noticing that the downsides have been pretty tough from what I've been seeing. This guy has the gain 9 energy, or gain 9 stars card. We definitely want that back, so I want to kill him. But this is interesting. I noticed that you're actually, you know, in Slay the Spire 1, the looters, which are basically this enemy except they steal gold, you always click the gold, of course. You want your gold. But in this game, you actually have the option to card remove at this enemy if you want, which I didn't really think about at first. Which makes the fight a lot more interesting. And also, it isn't just like hit you, leave, like the looters. That was a pretty boring fight, in fact, looking back on it. And of course, there would have been 2 of them in Slay the Spire 1, hitting you for 11 each. Man. Getting a bad opening and then walking into double looters was the worst feeling. I have to pick one of these, apparently, and they both suck, so that's unfortunate. I take Squash because it applies vulnerable. But really did not want this. And I'm looking at these options. I did mention in my first run, or one of my first runs, that I didn't understand why you would ever choose the colorless card reward over C5 cards that are from your character. But, notably, you cannot skip the 5 cards, but you can skip the colorless cards, I found. Because it just says colorless card reward. I'm assuming you can. I haven't actually clicked it yet. But that is the reason that it could be better, is if you don't want to add a card at all, you can just click the colorless one instead, lose 5 health, and then you don't have to add anything. And past me remembering I have Cloak Clasp, very proud of that. It's hard in a brand new game to remember your relic bar, but I'm doing my best. And it's already hitting 12 times, but I have a royal gamble in my hand. That's hitting for 96 damage. Goodbye. And again, because it hits multiple times, those guys can only take 9 damage at a time, so they wouldn't have even died if it was dealt 96 damage, right? And look at this monologue card. Whenever you play a card this turn, gain 1 strength this turn. I'm very interested in this card because we pop off and then we make a bunch of stars, and then Radiate is dealing, you know, 10 times the number of stars we gain instead. That's pretty good. And we have 7 stars. Does this kind of the same thing. Very bad hand here. Very, very bad hand. And my potions don't do anything. Very sad. Another bad hand. I need to use the stars potion here to be able to play decisions. Or I'm dead, probably. That's 20. Now I can play glow, and now we're cooking. But that was a bad start. I mean, I can just play everything here. It might be dead right here. I don't remember, of course. But I have Luminesce in my hand, so get to keep going. I actually should not have even played that second one. I should have just played Prophesize. Looks like there's nothing good in there anyway, though. There's Monologue again. 21 damage per hit. My god, it's disgusting. These cards suck. And I had Arrow Hammer my very first run. It's a fine card, but I don't think the colorless card thing is particularly exciting personally yet, but we'll see about that. And by the way, it works with turn 1 if you just gain the 3 stars by default from your starter relic, then that counts. So it's 0 energy, deal 12 on turn 1. That's disgusting also. Like, I guess you are gaining the stars, but you didn't actually do anything to do that. So it seems a bit too good. And I think I'm just going to YOLO this guy, it looks like. Need to find our card draw, of course. Could have considered not even playing those to block them more again, but I have Meal on the Bones, so I'm kind of interested in getting below half health here. Definitely going to Prophesize. I didn't need to play Venerate, actually. There's 7 stars coming up. Monologue, Decisions, and it should actually be dead right now. Oh no, I can't play 7 stars if I play Decisions. Past me understands this. I could, actually yes I can, because I can triple glow. So it is dead. I should click on glow here, yeah. And then I have enough strength and vulnerable from all that stuff. I can 7 stars. So yeah, pretty good. These cards suck. Again, at least in this deck. That's what that means. There's no such thing as a bad card in Slay the Spire, in a literal sense, I think. And again, I cannot play this Royal Gamble, which is a bit a bummer. We need more card draw so we don't get stuck like turn 1 on this as consistently. Definitely feeling a bit of a oof here. And I actually pass. In this case, it's because it would have shuffled in the days, but I also gained more block from the Cloak Clasp. And forgot to mention we found an Anchor, which gained us 10 block on turn 1 in every fight. It's going to be good. Might as well just decisions now. Hit the Hidden Cache. And then next turn we can Prophesize. Draw a lot of cards with Luminesce. It was likely to draw it anyway. Not guaranteed, I guess. It's a Monologue. What a great name for a card. Wow. Drew it again. The fact that you can play multiple times is disgusting also. Did not hit the 21 times 7, by the way. So yeah, this is going pretty well. Drop it a Precognition. Choose a card in your draw pile and add it to your hand. Oh, it's a potion. Interesting. And we get a War Paint, which will upgrade 2 random skills in our deck. Check the card reward first to make sure there's no good skills you want to upgrade. We get a Gorget again, which gives us 4 plating. Start of each combat. That will gain us number of block, and then that number goes down every turn by 1. I can go Venerate, Hidden Cache, Decisions, and then hope to draw Good cards. And I saw it, hit the card, Radiate. And we found a Child of the Stars, by the way. That card is insane as well. Well, spending stars gives you block. It's very Feel No Pain-ish. Seems like a very solid block engine for this character, so very happy to find that. This guy's dead. Comet is here. Deal 33, apply 3 weak, apply 3 vulnerable. 0 energy. I was definitely considering this, but I think I'm actually good. Do I take the Comet? I don't think I take the Comet. It's cool, though. Yeah, I'm good. I just want draw and energy gain so I can play my busted cards. And again, our hand sucks on turn 1. Really hate to see that. I might actually seek. Yeah, this is basically seek in a potion. I'm gonna steal Glow, it looks like. Still bad. I should have actually taken the 2 mana, 2 energy, draw 6 card. And then gone Luminous and do that. Huff. Huff stuff. 1 off. I can actually, could have striked it and then Explosive Pot. That's alright, though. Monologue into Radiate, into Alignment. It seems good. And then Hidden Cache. I unfortunately cannot play Royal Gamble. Oh, I could have, actually. I played Alignment. Whoops. That's a large mistake. Rather large. It doesn't even matter. Could have done whatever I was doing times 9 more damage. There's another 7 stars and another Royal Gamble. Second Royal Gamble actually sounds pretty good. I skip it, though. I'm considering going back. I do skip the second one, so I think I'm good with just the first one, it seems. Might be a bit questionable, but you can see how awkward our turn 1s are already if we just hit that another one of those, like doubling the chance that you draw that card on turn 1 when you have no way to play it. And it's so awkward, so I don't think it's that questionable, really. We're actually full blocking here. The Gorget plus the Cloak Clasp. Another awkward hand. We really, really need draw. Just more copies of Glow, please. Or maybe another Prophesize would be fine. Using to keep the Monologue, now we're retaining it since it upgrade. Draw. I hit Alignment. Can triple the Royal Gamble. And then I have enough energy to keep going with this Prophesize. We're at 35 stars, by the way. That's a lot of stars. It's going to be dead even if we don't draw the Radiate, because of this 7 stars doing so much damage. Didn't even need it. 37 times 7. I could have just played Strike here also. I think I was doing math. How much damage is this? 111, 222, 259? And another bad hand. But the Anchor does so much heavy lifting for a deck like this. Like, it doesn't matter how bad your turn 1 is when you have Anchor. Very good card. I draw 3, or draw 6 first. Probably play Venerate here. Then decisions. Fine. And Hidden Cache. I think in hindsight I would have played Hidden Cache there. I was hoping to just draw 1 card and hit the Radiate with only a few cards remaining in my deck, but didn't hit it. Was bottom card after all. Royal Gamble will gain a bunch. Pretty good turn. And a second Prophesize, definitely taking that. Huge. One cost, 7 stars seems pretty good, actually. At this point, I'm not sure what the best thing is, so I'm looking at all my options here. Upgrade the Royal Gamble so I can retain it. And now we're cooking. Through the Prophesize on turn 1, now that we have 2. Monologue alignments. I should actually Luminesce because that doesn't spend stars, and then I might be able to decisions faster, and that actually is true. Now I can Royal Gamble. And I think I'm definitely misplaying. Obviously, this is my second run ever, but could have tripled the glow there, right? After playing a bunch of cards. So gain a bunch of energy, then triple the glow, and then draw a bunch of cards. Would have been better, for sure. We're gaining 16 stars next turn. And Prophesizes here again. So already this Radiate's dealing whatever times 16. But it is doing a lot of damage to me. I don't even care about playing Frantic Escape right now. This thing's going to be dead in the blink of an eye. The downside of Frantic Escape is there's 5 of this card in your deck now. It's like, they're like curses. So obviously they're good because they prevent you from dying, but certainly not something you want to be playing. And a bad draw here, unfortunately. But despite this, I'm still going to deal some solid damage. That's 28 damage. The glow. Prophesizes here. And alignment is in there. Didn't draw it, though. But we're going to be blocking for a lot because of the Cloak Clasp. Very cool. Prophesize going huge as expected. Don't need to block more. Forgot about Cloak Clasp there. Slight misplay. That's a lot of damage. Got there. And Big Bang is here, which is another card I found in the first run. Seems very, very strong. Just a solid do a bit of everything card. 0 energy, draw a card. And you can make it innate by upgrading it, so always starting off with it is pretty good. And Music Box says, create an ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. You know what's pretty good to copy is 0 cost, deal 1 billion damage. So I do take that. I'm pretty sure I forget about it a lot, but it sounds good. And that guy seems like his rewards kind of suck. Like the wish thing, but get 2 curses does not seem worth it, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I need to click on it for real, for real. We have so much money, would love to find a shop. Didn't draw any card draw here, unfortunately. Bit of a shame, considering playing Alignment Strike, but not worth spending the stars. Oh. Glow, Royal Gamble. And the gross thing is you basically are spending 5 stars for free. So gain block with that card as well. That card, Royal Gamble, just seems really strong. A lot of synergy. And I drew the Radiate. Should be dead here. Maybe not. That's alright. And I may have messed up there if I played an attack before that. Could have had 2 of them, perhaps. Duplicators here, definitely a great potion. You should just be called a duplication potion. These cards are not what I'm interested in. Not drawing. And enchant and attack with corrupted could be cool. But that's fine. Get the transform instead. Refined Blade is better than Strike, probably. Maybe not, though. Out of the Stars is here. It's great. And there's Roll Gamble. I'll play the Hidden Cast so I can play it. And then, yeah, I have Prophesize, so I need to make sure I actually cards out of my hand and then play it. Now we're cooking. 68 damage. Everything's already dead if I just play it. Right? 41 plus 25 is 66. Yeah, unfortunately, this is my first run using this musical box thing, and I'm probably going to forget about it a lot, which is going to be ugly, but I think it was correct to click on, for what it's worth. And I'm playing well enough to win with this pile here. On Ascension 1, of course. Did I spend stars before this? No. But luckily I will retain this Royal Gamble. The retain stuff seems great. I think it's cool that they've moved retain to every character, it kind of feels like. Sort of a global mechanic now. 52 damage is pretty good. And I found on this fight that it actually like pauses when they die and then keeps going when they respawn, which is crazy. That's very strong. And then I realized I get it back here, which is good. So you might get baited by playing the Falling Star to apply Vulnerable first, but then you realize your huge mistake. And I forgot to mention some relics, actually. The Parrying Shield, I believe, is called, where if you have 10 block at the end of your turn, you will deal 6 to a random enemy, which is unexciting. And then I believe that is like a katana or something. No, that's a sword. What is that thing called? Anyway, every 3 attacks you play, you deal 6 to a random enemy. So unexciting relics, but it did kill the dude in the last fight. And oops, I just played Solar Strike. And past me is realizing what I've done. So maybe it gets better from here because I'm actually thinking about it now. Very ugly. Triple no die place. It's unexciting. It would be dead right now if I didn't do this. Very sad. I can go Squash Strike instead and then save that for later, but I did not do that. There's Monologue. It's not dead, right? I should put Child of the Stars to play Falling Star twice. That might actually be dead. Need to play Falling Star and then double the Falling, or yeah, Child of the Stars and then double the Falling Star. I'm like, oh yeah, it comes back, nice. And that lets me block for a lot. There's Radiate, it's dead already because I have gained stars this turn. I'm trying to make a big one though. Some things never change. I like to make the biggest number possible. And Stardust is here, which could be pretty cool. So you energy, spend all of your stars and deal 7. But it really puts into perspective how insane Radiate is, because you don't have to spend any stars and you're doing kind of the same thing. And it hits every enemy, by the way. Hashtag, what were they thinking? Perhaps. I need to play his Roll Gamble. hidden cash, or just glow, and then gamble, and then I can play alignment, and then pop off. Bad hand here. I should still play the 7 stars, though. Or should I? I don't want an ethereal copy of 7 stars. So this was correct. But the fact that I played the falling star means that I couldn't play the 0 energy block cards, so a little bit awkward. Decisions. The hidden cash. Could have done it on Venerate, actually. This thing would be possibly dead right now. It might still be dead. Do I remember to play Radiate first? Oh, I did it. I did it. I almost forgot again, but I did it this time. Huge, huge, huge. Now we get a Toxic Egg, upgrading all future skills. A little bit late, unfortunately. And Particle Wall Plus is here, which is 0 energy block 12, but it costs 2 stars, and then it comes right back to your hand whenever you play it. So infinite block if you have infinite stars. That's very strong, it seems. I'm making so many stars, so why not take that and make sure I can block? And Vajra gives us 1 innate strength in all combats, so that's going to go well with our Radiate, which is multiplying the 1 strength by the number of stars that we have gained that turn. And they're actually already dead. I almost ended my turn. Second alignment sounds pretty good. Alignment plus, in fact. And this fight, here to ruin my day. I learned from my defect run that I should take this fight very seriously. And Black Hole seems pretty good. Does a lot of damage. Yeah, this fight, man. This fight is no joke. None at all. And I luckily hit the Prophesize here, so we should be able to pop off now. And there's Royal Gamble. My god, this damage is about to be disgusting, actually. I could find the Decisions card if I haven't played that already. But did not, so I'm just gonna rip it. Yep, it's over. It's so Jover. Distilled Chaos is here, and Hidden Cash is pretty good. Convergence. Next turn, gain energy and 2 stars, and then you get to retain your hand. The retain your hand thing's pretty cool because we're having a lot of awkward hands, so seems solid. And I see this Make It So card. Doesn't seem particularly exciting in this deck, but it seems pretty cool. And our rare chance is very high, by the way. That's why we found 3 rares here. In Slay the Spire 1, at least it worked like this. The longer you go without seeing a rare, the more commons that you see, you increase the chance of seeing a rare. Until you see a rare, and then at a card reward, and then it goes back down to 0 or whatever. But if you go to a shop when you have a rare chance that's high, then those cards can be rare in the shop as well, and it does not affect the rare chance. Or as in, it doesn't lower it, seeing a rare in the shop. So a lot of rares there. And this is pretty awkward. This is the new Falling, I think. So it'll choose a card in your deck to remove, or you have to, like, gamble. And if it hits Radiate, I'm so sad. So I actually do remove 1 alignment plus from my deck, even though that's a bummer. I'm going to retain the monologue. Conversions is cool. I should have played monologue first. Past me was unhappy with this. Hidden Cash alignment. And I'm upset because I've done this again. Could have doubled 7 stars here. in fact. But wouldn't have killed, I don't think. Would I gain the energy next turn, perhaps? Nope. I forgot I was retaining my hand, I guess. Big Bang is pretty good. And I bought a Discovery Plus, it looks like. That's a pretty good card. Get to choose 1 in 3 cards that cause 0 this turn, so could give us some good options. Nice girthy card, for sure. And removing 9 strength from this guy this turn seems pretty good, even though we're full blocking, actually. Can't play decisions, unfortunately. Gamble is in there. And I kind of want to draw, because drawing those 3 cards next turn, plus 2 random cards, is actually a bad hand. So, I'm going to draw. Then I can retain the gamble. Big chill. And we drew a Prophesize, so rewarded for drawing there last turn. And there's so much to think about, like, there's things I can trip over all the time. If I play an attack, then I'm going to make a copy of it that I don't want, and all this stuff, so. Gotta be careful. Convergence seems good. It's crazy, this Child of the Stars thing, man. It just full blocks every turn, because you're always spending stars. It's absolutely disgusting. I do think Feel No Pain is even stronger, to be honest, but I think Feel No Pain requires more specific stuff, probably. Whereas this deck seems to always be spending the stars, so it's just like always good. Got a Bronze Scales, which will deal 3 damage whenever we get attacked. Also, we took a Cauldron for some potions earlier. Found an Entropic Brew, which will fill our potion slots. So that's a very, very strong potions for the end here. Get to play a Duplication Pot and the Distilled Chaos, playing the top 3 of our deck, and then refill our potion slots. That's very, very strong. There's Gamba. Prophesize. We'll find a way to... I mean, we already had that, but... whatever. But I want to find more draw here for sure. I can dupe pot on Gamble. I can dupe pot on 7 stars also. We are monologuing right now, so doing a lot. Guiding Star is the best card here. Kind of crazy. And yeah, we are about to do so much damage. I can Duplication Pot on the 7 stars for 1 billion damage. I can even Particle Wall several times in a row, actually. Yeah, to gain more strength. I'm seeing the line. I only did it once. Oh, you can only do it 1 time because it would spend too many stars. Obviously. And I shouldn't have even done that because now I can't play that card, which I wanted to. So that's a mistake. And we are bound now, so 3 of the 5 cards you draw, it looks like, will be bound. You can only play 1 of them per turn. And then at the end of your turn, those cards get unbound, and new cards will be bound next turn. Against the Queen here. It's Entropic Brew or Pots. Not particularly amazing potions there. Can I make a copy of Radiate? Did I forget again? I'm chilling. I see. I have retained my hand here, so it's not even gonna play the Radiate. This is awkward. A tiny bit. I play Defend and then Decisions. Prophesizing instead. discoveries here. Terraforming gains 6 vigor. That makes our next attack do a lot more damage. And Hidden Cache is here to give us some stars for Radiate. Solid. I can Vulnerable Pot the Queen. And do a bunch of damage. And do a bunch of damage again. And I remembered to do it in the right order again, so... In fact, I did get it together and not play any attacks before Radiate. But it took me a bit. And ouch! We're taking a lot of damage here in bad hand. Decide to play the get an attack skill and power card, and boy were they pretty good. There's a chance I have lethal with Sovereign Blade. I don't actually know how much damage it's doing. I should monologue here, yeah? That would have been a lot of strength. Weaken it. And save it for next turn, though. And get down to 5 cards, so I draw 5 cards. Yep, should have played gain strength card first, of course. I keep doing that. Past me is unhappy with my decisions, or lack thereof. Sovereign Blade is dealing damage to all enemies, and I don't understand why right now, but I'm sure there's a very easy explanation, and it's dead. So we've done it. Checking my relics here. No relic stats yet, unfortunately. I need to find a mod for that. But yeah, some pretty solid relics there for sure. I really liked having the gain 2 energy retain thing. That's really, really strong from the first boss. And Toxic Egg was late, unfortunately. Would have loved to find that early, but that's okay. Meal in the Bow, I'm not sure did anything the whole run. But Anchor was great. And yeah, just an insane deck involving Radiate, overperforming. Might be too good, who knows? Let me know if you've already known this and other streamers are saying the same thing, or if it seems to be fine. Who knows? But yeah, I had a lot of fun this one, of course, and unlocked Ascension 2. Might be seeing much higher Ascensions in future videos, but if I find a really cool run along the way, I'll make sure to upload that. I did have a cool Necrobinder run involving attacking with Asti a lot that I want to upload, so hopefully that comes soon. Unlocking some cards here. We got Be Gone, deal 4, some minion bomb stuff, some colorless card synergy, card creation synergy, so we're unlocking those. Still not clear how good those are, but that's okay. And some more potions. Basically, deal 9 in every turn, gain 10 block 2 turns in a row, and then you get to basically madness a card in your hand, which is pretty cool. And more cards, so vigor stuff. Heavenly Drill seems like a vigor synergy, which is pretty cool. Definitely a cool card. Really cool. That's 4 energy, deal 64 to all enemies, or to one enemy. I didn't read it. Pretty good card though. But yeah, pretty cool stuff here, I think. Let me know what you thought. If you're still here, have you not subbed, have you not liked the video, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.